Hi everyone, I am Dr. Shagirtha, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Cuddalore. In this video, I am going to discuss about stem cells. Stem cells are a special kind of cell that have the ability to divide indefinitely and have the potential to give rise to specialized cells. They are very unique cells. They have the amazing ability to develop into several distinct cell types in the body. Stem cells can be used as a repair system for the body. It can theoretically divided without limit in a living organism in order to rebalance various types of cells. When a stem cell divides, each new cell has the potential to either remain a stem cell or become another type of cell with more specialized functions. Next, we discussed about the properties of stem cells. Stem cells are unspecialized one. One of the fundamental properties of stem cells is that it does not have any tissue-specific structure that allow it to perform specialized function. Next one is proliferation. Stem cells are capable of dividing and renewing themselves for indefinite periods. Differentiation. They can give rise to specialized tissues under certain physiological and experimental conditions. Unspecialized cells can give rise to specialized cells such as including heart muscle cells, blood cells, nerve cells required to repair damaged or depleted adult cell populations or tissues. Plasticity. Stem cells from one tissue may be able to give rise to cell types of completely different tissues. A phenomenon is known as plasticity. Example, blood cells becoming neurons, liver cells producing insulin, and hematopoietic stem cells developing into heart muscles. Next one is classification. Classifications of stem cells is based on two types, source of origin and action potential. In this source of origin, again divided into two different types, embryonic stem cells and adult stem cells. In action potential, divided into four types, totipotent, pluripotent, multipotent and unipotent. First, we have discussed about the differential potential. Totipotent. Totipotent cells have the capability to produce all cell type of the developing organisms, including both embryonic and extra-embryonic tissues. Pluripotent cells can only make cells of the embryo proper, but make all cells of the embryo, including germ cells and cells from any one of the germ layer. Next one is multipotent stem cells. Can only make cell within a given germ layer. For example, multipotent stem cells from a mesodermal tissue like blood can make all the cell of the blood but cannot make cells of the different germ layers such as neuronal cells or liver cells. Last one is unipotent cells, make cells of single cell type. An example is a germ cell, stem cell that can make to mature become an egg or sperm. Based on their origin, it divided into three types, embryonic stem cells, fetal stem cells and adult stem cells. In embryonic stem cells, they are the cells of inner cell mass of blastocyst, an early stage of embryo. Human embryo reach blastocyst stage 4 to 5 days post-fertilization, at which time they consist of 50 to 150 cells. Embryonic stem cells are pluripotent and give rise to, during development, to all derivative of three germ layers like ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Now discussed about the advantages of embryonic stem cells. It is flexible in nature, so it appears to have the potential to make any cells. It is an immortal one One embryonic stem cell line can potentially provide an endless supply of cells with defined characteristics. Availability, the embryos from in vitro fertilizing clinics. Next one, adult stem cells. These are known as tissue-specific stem cells. Adult stem cells supply new cells as an organism grows and replace cells that get damaged. These stem cells can generate different cell types for a specific tissues or organ in which they live. For example, blood-forming stem cells in the bone marrow can give rise to red blood cells, white blood cells and placenta. However, blood-forming stem cells don't generate liver, lungs or brain cells. So advantages of stem cells, adult stem cells. Adult stem cells from bone marrow and umbilical cord appear to be a specialized inducement may be simpler, not immunogenic recipient who receive the product of their own stem cells. Next, now we are going to discuss about how the stem cells are producing from embryo. Fertilization and implementation are the most critical event in the reproduction process. In this process, both egg and sperm are fused together to form zygote. Later it gets implanted into the uterus and develop as an organism. So, after 1 to 5 days, the embryo divided again and again and takes shape as a sphere called blastocyst. After 5 to 7 days, the embryonic stem cells are visible. So after that, the cells are removed and grown in a petri dishes. And we are going to add some nutrients and factors. Finally, the stem cells into any of the body more than 200 tissues such as muscle cells, nerve cells, pancreatic cells, epithelial cells, liver, kidney and connective tissue like that. Therapeutic uses of stem cells are mainly Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, muscular dystrophy, paralysis, and then diabetes, burns, genetic disorders, and then spinal cord injury, heart disease, and mainly infertility. Applications of stem cells. It undergo many types. First one, tissue regeneration. This is the most important applications of stem cells. These stem cells can be used to grow a specific type of tissue or organ. This can be helpful in kidney and liver transplant. The doctors have already used stem cells from beneath the epidermis to develop skin tissue that can be repair severe burns or other injuries by tissue grafting. Next one, treatment of cardiovascular diseases. A term of researchers have developed blood vessels in mice using human stem cells. Within 2 weeks of implantation, the blood cells formed their network and were as efficient as the natural blood vessels. Next, treatment of brain diseases. Stem cells can also treat diseases such as Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's. Those can help to repair the damaged brain cells. Researchers have tried to differentiate embryonic stem cells into these types of cells and make it possible to treat diseases. Blood disease treatment like the adult hematopoietic stem cells are used to treat cancer, sickle cell anemia and other immunodeficiency diseases. These stem cells can be used to produce red blood cells, white blood cells in the body, and other applications like it cure spinal cord injury, Parkinson's disease, myocardial infarction and diabetes too. This slide shows the stem cell treatment for spinal cord injuries and for lung diseases, and the miracle uses of stem cells mainly for repair brain damage from stroke. It cure Alzheimer's, Parkinson's diseases, and it cure cancer, and it heal many wounds and also diabetes, and it repairs spinal cord injury and multiple sclerosis. It cure osteoporosis fibrosis, arthritis, and grow missing teeth like that, and then it repair heart damage and it heal heart disease, and it reverse blindness and eye problems also. Thank you.